Well, China continues to provoke India. 23 days after China denied Indian pilgrims entry to the revered Mansarovar shrine, it has in fact yet again dared India. In the latest, China has in fact pinned the blame for the border tension on India and threatened India to withdraw troops from Sikkim, or it won't allow the Kailash Mansarovar Yatris to commence. In fact, Home Ministry in New Delhi today went into a huddle to try and find a solution.
Dragon's fresh border provocation days after an ugly brawl between intruding Red Army personnel and Indian Jawans. China played dirty. By choking the remote Nathula Pass, denying access to Kailash Mansarovar shrine to Indian pilgrims.
There were two jathas that were supposed to be taken here at the Nathula border. One jatha did arrive at this border area, but when they tried speaking to the Chinese authorities, the liaisoning officer, there was no response from the Chinese authorities, following which the jatha had to head back to Gangtok.
Matters came to a head after China opened the Sikkim front. Its personnel were caught on camera jostling with Indian troops sometime in second week of June across the ILAC in Sikkim. Beijing even issued an open threat to India, asking it to withdraw troops from Nathula if New Delhi wanted pilgrimage to Kailash shrine to continue. China's act of needling India came even as PM Modi was meeting US President Trump. The latest dare is a continuation of Chinese policy of containing India by bracketing it with Pakistan.
ठीक तो नहीं लगता है कि बरसों से यहाँ पर मानसरोवर की यात्रा हिंदू भाविक वहाँ जाते हैं, श्रद्धालु जाते हैं, रोक तो लगी नहीं थी। क्यों लगी है, क्या लगी है, उसकी पूछताछ चल रही है।
Modi and Trump challenged China's maritime expansion plan by touching upon the South China Sea route. Beijing, which is locked in a series of face-off with neighbors, seems angrier than ever. With Anand Krishnan and Indrajit Kundu in Nathula, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, so Executive Editor Gaurav Samant now breaks it down for you, the entire confrontation on the border. Why is it happening and what does it mean? Take a look at Gaurav Samant's report.
These are images of Indian and Chinese troops jostling at the line of actual control. What you notice is both the Indian and the Chinese troops are unarmed, yet they jostle with each other. The Indian troops are physically forming a human chain and pushing back the Chinese troops. And this is part of a standard operating procedure, a confidence-building measure that was put in place in 1993. A peace and tranquility agreement was signed between India and China. No bullet has been fired across the line of actual control. So there is a perception, an Indian perception of the line of control and a Chinese perception of the line of actual control. And these two perceptions do not match. So the Chinese side comes up to their perception, the Indian side patrols up to their perception, and when they come face to face, there is jostling because the Indian side pushes the Chinese side back. Similarly, the Chinese side tries to push the Indian side back. But to prevent any accidental discharge of an ammunition or weapon, neither side carries a weapon. There is a banner drill that is put in place. Both sides show each other the banner. In this particular case, they're also both filming the other side because then this is taken up at an appropriate level at the line of actual control, at the level of border commanders to sort out a situation going out of hand. So in these images, we can see that the Chinese side is trying to come in. The Indian side forms a human chain and they push the Chinese side back. So there are two things. There shouldn't be any injury caused to the other side. There shouldn't be harsh words used for the other side. And this is standard operating procedure all along the disputed Sino-India border along the line of actual control. The same arrangement was once again fortified in the year 2013 when a border defense agreement was put in place. It reiterates all these points. So when the Chinese side tries to come in, you physically hold them and push them back. But once again, no weapons are used, and the only thing used to shoot is a camera.